guys, bit of an impromptu video today. I have decided to color my hair and I thought I would take you guys with me, so to speak. Here's the thing. I was going to make a hair appointment. I had all the intentions of having my hair done. Now, normally when I go to have my hair done, I have like highlights, I have a trim, and I somehow end up spending anywhere between $250 to, I think the highest I've ever gone was like $320, and that was sort of by accident. And what do I mean by that? Guys, if you are someone that like does like hair colorings or highlights, you know that when you go there you get quoted a price. So you look online, you get a price. But the fact of the matter is that when you actually go and they start talking to you, usually they'll tell you, well, we'll make like some contrast, we'll put in some low lights, and then there's always some kind of conditioner that you need, there's always some kind of other treatment that you need. Before you know it, you're in over your head, you walk out and your bill, like I said, is anywhere between $250 and $320. You tip your hairdresser, you tip who's ever washing your hair, and it gets super, super expensive. And the worst part about it is, and it has nothing to do with the salon, I've been to a few different salons, I have had many hairdressers in my day. Here's the thing, I never like my hair. I never ever like it. And it's me. I know it's 100% me. I always kind of walk out disappointed, like no matter what. No matter where I go, no matter who does it, I always kind of walk out, oh, it's all right, and then I just get used to it and I just move on. And then like 6-7 months later, I figure, oh, I should really do my hair. It's two-tone, I should do it again. And the whole process just starts over. So here's the thing. I was going to go make my appointment for my highlights, and it's just, I'm thinking about it. I was budgeting my money. One thing I am really going to be working on next year, as this year comes to a close and the new year begins, is budgeting money a little bit better. I haven't been doing as well as I want to, so I am kind of just like going over things where I can save money, and one place I can definitely save money is the hair. So I'm going to go ahead and color it myself, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's not that I don't want to support a business. I have all intentions of returning to the salon maybe in a few months, maybe the month after next, maybe sooner than that. Maybe tomorrow if this all goes to shit. Who knows? I have no idea what's going to happen. Like I said, it's been a while since I've colored my hair, but I am going to try to save a little bit of money. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then we're going to go to it. So this is what I picked up. I just went to Walgreens. I got out of work. I am off tomorrow, which is great in case I have to, an emergency fixer-upper appointment that I will be attending. But yeah, so I went to Walgreens and I picked up L'Oreal Paris. Excuse me, the ring light is going. Okay. I picked up L'Oreal Paris AUA Ultra Ash Medium Blondes. So let me explain my choice, okay? Let me explain my choice. My hair holds gold, so I always go ash blonde. I rarely get ash blondes, or I do get ash blondes for maybe a week or so, and then it turns some kind of goldish because my hair just naturally holds gold. That's why I'm always using purple shampoos. I'm always using like things to try to make it less brassy. One thing that did appeal to me is this. I don't know how long this has been around because, like I said, it's been a while since I colored my own hair, but this is the L'Oreal Cool Blonde line. Actually comes with some anti-brass purple conditioner. Now I know the last time I did my hair, that was a few years ago that I actually did it myself. This wasn't around, so this might be a new line. I don't know. It appealed to me. This wasn't the first one I picked up. I picked up another one and now I can't even remember the brand. How do I pick? I pick by the hair color on the box and what I think of like the lady on the box. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like the lady's hair on the box. That's like first will draw it to me, and then when I start like looking at the product, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I liked one better than this, but I need 2 boxes for this hair. So I had to go with a color that had 2 boxes available. That's a great way to pick your hair color, right? Anyway, so then I landed on this, and like I said, this kind of appealed to me because it is for cool blondes. But I wanted the darker one. I first looked at the darker one. They had a dark ash blonde. This is the medium ash blonde. And then I couldn't choose between the two, and it was almost like a sign, because on this it actually says somewhere, I saw this. Okay, it might not have been on this box, I don't even know, but somewhere I saw, and I've heard this before, and I don't know the reasoning behind it. Well, I kind of know the reasoning behind it, actually. If you are between two colors, always go with the lighter color. So I went with the medium. So the reason behind that, I think, is because these box haircuts, that would be my next thing. These box hair colors, they never make your hair really light. I have no intention of my hair being this color. None whatsoever. This is not going to be this color. These box hair colors tend to go dark on your hair. They tend to make your hair look darker. Unless you pick like platinum, they will make your hair look darker. There's really nothing in them, as far as I know, that's going to lift. I hear Maggie running up the stairs. There's really nothing in them that's going to like lift your hair. So they kind of just even it out. They make it like brighter. Like if you're going with blonde, they'll probably make it brighter. What I am expecting is some kind of light brown. And I'm not even kidding. From this, I am expecting some kind of light brown, only because I have done this a few times in the past, and I know for a fact that these boxes, they don't really lighten up your hair. I don't know what they do. What am I hoping that it will do is just kind of even my hair out. So let me just show you what we're working with here. So this is what we're working with. So this is basically a grown out ombre or balayage, whatever you want to call it. So I was going to get like some highlights. I was going to get half a head, but now when I'm looking at my hair, she would have told me I needed a full head. There's no doubt about that, because look how like much it's grown in. Like if I'm at that point where like my bun is like a totally different color. This is basically my natural hair color, so it's kind of like dark brown. No, excuse me, dark blonde. It's kind of like dark blonde. I don't know what this is going to look like. It's not going to look like that. It's definitely not going to look like the box. Like I said, I'm expecting like a very, very light brown out of this. If I get something else, I might be pleasantly surprised, or I might just, I don't know, whatever. Guys, it's hair, okay? So let's go ahead. Let's see what the instructions are. So this is preference, our true gold standard of beautiful color and shine, up to 6 weeks of anti-brass. So this is a permanent hair color, but they're saying that you will get 6 weeks of anti-brass. So we will see. On this part, they give you like the color results. If you have medium to dark blonde, light to medium brown. Oh my god, no way. Look at this one. They're saying that you will get this hair from this if you have dark brown hair. I'm like, I can't say that's not true, but I'm like, I wouldn't count on it. How's that? Do not use blah blah blah. If you have a tattoo, blah blah blah. Okay, it doesn't have the instructions. The instructions are probably in the box. So anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead. We are going to try this. Here's the beginning. Let's see what we get. Okay guys, so if you have done your own hair before, then you're a pro, and if not, these are the players. These two bottles basically come in every hair dye, no matter what the brand. You have bottle number 1, which is kind of think about it as like your base. This is where you're going to mix the dye. It usually has a top like this because that is the applicator. And then you have bottle number 2, which is basically hydrogen peroxide. They call this color developer. This is what's going to actually open up your cuticle and allow color to develop. The color that you have is based on this bottle right here. So there you have it. You will also have like instructions. These are mine. They usually tell you to do like an allergy test 24 hours before you color your hair, which is not a bad idea, especially if you've never done it before. There's like warnings, and then there's like tricks, like tips to make sure you color your hair dry. Make sure you don't wash it the next day. Also, make sure you don't wash it the day before. That's just a tip from me to you. And also, once you do mix this stuff up, make sure you use it. If you're not going to use the whole thing, guys, just throw it out. Once it's mixed up, it oxidizes fairly quickly, and it can combust. Okay, this stuff can explode. So use it and toss it. If you're not going to use the whole thing. Me, I'm going to use the whole thing. I also have a second box. Right. So the instructions, make a quarter of a parting throughout your dry, unwashed hair with applicator. Oh, it does say unwashed hair, but yeah, don't wash it like the day before. Onto new growth root area only. Oh, this is, sorry, that's touch-ups. Apply all over. Apply hair color mixture immediately to dry unwashed hair. Apply color at your root area and through your ends until completely saturated. Use enough mixture to saturate your hair. Loosely pile on top of your head. Guys, I don't think there's like a right or wrong way to do this. Usually I just pull my hair up and I do the bottom part first and then I do the top. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and mix it up first. Sorry guys, I just noticed the light wasn't on. I don't know if it matters because there's so much natural light today. It's actually really, really nice. It's really warm out though. It's like weird. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. Whole thing goes in. And they should give you a pair of gloves too. So you just pour the whole thing in. Give it a mix. This bottle actually has like a twisty. I remember when you used to have to cut the tops off. I guess they have improved things since then. So I just go like down, like I take one section and I just go like down. I just saturate it. You should use a towel when you do this, but I don't care. And then when this part's done, I'll do the top. And then we'll wait 25 minutes, we'll rinse it out, we'll see what we get. So that should be good. All right, so like I said, they have a twisty. This one has a twisty. A lot of them you have to like snap off the top with a scissor. All right, so I usually just like put it in my hand. Like I said, there's really no wrong or right way, I don't think, to do this. I'm actually gonna move my mirror. Oh my God, I forgot how stuff smells. They all smell like that. I'm going to move my mirror over here so it's a little bit easier for me. Definitely should have done that first. Okay, that's a little better for me. So I'm sorry, like this attic, I guess a lot of attics, but this attic definitely, this house is really old. I think I've said that before. And the floors are very super uneven. Okay, so I just do it like this. I'm just gonna do my whole head like this. One question that I do get, I just wanted to bring this up because it seemed like a good time to bring it up. I have gotten this question a few times in the past, and because I have a nickel allergy, I do get the question sometimes, is nickel allergy like, can you use hair dyes, or do you have to use certain hair dyes? It's like going up my nose. And the answer is, what actually happened is I had somebody write to me, I think it was on Instagram, about how she has a nickel allergy. She was diagnosed and she can't use hair dye either. So have I ever heard of that? And what kind of hair dye do I use? And the answer is honestly, as far as I know, I mean, just putting it all together, if you have a nickel allergy, you really shouldn't have an issue with hair dye. So what I said to her, and what I'll say to you, is that my suspicion is that you have a nickel allergy, but you might also be allergic to something else that's in hair dye. And to be honest with you, another assumption I would make is that you're not necessarily allergic, but you might have like an irritant, because hair dye has some harsh chemicals. Okay, let's face it, there's some harsh chemicals in here. With hair dye, it's almost like the harsher the chemical, the closer to God. Like, you need harsh chemicals to really lift your hair. That's kind of what I think. So I think it's more likely that you have an irritant to something, that something in here is irritating you, which would not surprise me at all, because I could see how this stuff could be irritating. Now, there is a chance that I'm 100% wrong. There's a very good chance. There might be something in here that is also a derivative of nickel. It's possible. I don't know. I mean, my goodness, if you read the ingredients of like what's in this stuff, so they usually put the ingredients for this one, There's ingredients down the side. There's ingredients on the bottom. I mean, there's a lot of chemicals in here. So any one of them could be an irritant. It's very possible also that there is maybe one of them is a derivative of nickel. I don't know. Very possible. So my advice, there's a couple of things that you can do. She was like, oh, I'm just gonna go gray. She was like kind of laughing. Well, that's something you could do. But also there are, like, if you go to like the vitamin shop, I used to like live in the vitamin shop a few years ago. I had this idea that I was gonna make my own makeup. Obviously that did not take off. This was when I was diagnosed, first diagnosed. So I used to be there a lot. I know for a fact they make hair dye. Like they sell, I don't necessarily make it, but they sell it. And it's like organic hair dye. I think it doesn't contain a lot of the chemicals that other hair dye does. Now, does it work as well? I don't know. I've never used it. I can't say, but that's definitely an option, and see if that irritates you. They have like organic hair salons that are popping up all over the place. I guess that really depends where you live. I'm in New York, so we have like all that stuff, but I don't know if they're everywhere. Even the ones that we have around here, they're like supposedly very difficult to get, like an appointment, and I don't know how much they are. I don't know how good they are, but you could definitely, if you want to do it yourself, you can definitely take the vitamin shop route and see if that works for you. For me, like I said, I've never used it. The one thing I did use, this has nothing to do with hair dye, but it does have to do with hair. A couple of years ago also, I was losing my hair basically from anxiety and stress, and also from a medication that I was taking that was known to produce hair loss. And one shampoo, I have to say, worked wonders for me that I got at the vitamin shop, was something by Old Mill Creek, and it was like a thickening shampoo. I'll post it on the bottom. I know it doesn't have anything to do with dyeing your hair, but maybe it'll help somebody. That stuff, in fact, I'm thinking of going back to that, to be honest with you. It just made my hair feel so good. After that, I got really into makeup. I got into beauty. I started using all these different shampoos, but that one was so good. I really do think of going back to it. Anyway, so yeah. There's no iron oxides in hair dye, by the way. They wouldn't be strong enough to lift your hair. Yeah, like the pigment you find in makeup, the iron oxides you find in makeup, you won't find that in hair dye. You need a lot harsher stuff in hair dye. As far as I know, there's no dye made with iron oxides. It's definitely not in this one. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my head, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I have to say I am like super impressed. I used one box. Now my hair is long. You know my hair is long. I'm sorry about the sun. I really am. My hair is long. It's like down my back. It doesn't hit my butt, but it's close. So yeah. One box covered the whole thing. So I didn't even need to dig into the second box, which means I could have gotten the other color. I went with this color because there were two boxes. So I was really impressed with that. So I didn't even need a clip. Usually I use one of these thingies and I like pile it on top of my head. I didn't need it. It just stayed because of, you know, because of the dye. So I'm going to wait. It says wait 25 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to wait 25 minutes. I'm going to wash it out. You just wash it out until the water runs clear. I'm going to go ahead and use this conditioner that they gave me. This is Anti-Brass Purple Conditioner. If you are interested in some blonde purple products, I did a whole video on my favorite purple products, but I have to tell you, I still think the lights, I can't even remember of it. The Clairol lights, whatever, I'll post it here. I still think it's good, but I have been like trying some other ones, so I might make a part 2 to that video. But I will post it down below if you are interested in some blonde purple products. For now, I'm going to wait 25 minutes. I will rinse this out. I will use this, and I will be right back. We'll see what happens. My prediction, the same. Oh, it is turning a little orange. My prediction now, I think I'm going to have red hair, but hopefully it'll be even. All right, I'll see you in 25 minutes. All right, guys, so I have left it on for 25 minutes. I washed it out. I used the conditioner. Now comes the part where I take the towel off and I have a look of disbelief, either because it looks nothing like I thought it was going to look, or it looks absolutely no different. Now, this happens when I do it myself and also at the salon. I can tell you, usually at the salon, I tend to think it looks absolutely no different. And of course, all I'm thinking in my head is this is going to cost me a couple $100s, and it looks pretty much exactly the same. I think, and I think I made that comment in the beginning of this video. But yeah, that happens to me all the time. So, without further ado, oh, Maggie's here. Maggie's here for the unveiling. Let's go ahead. Let's get this over with. Let's see what it looks like. Drum roll. Do we need a drum roll? Oh. Okay. So, honestly, it does look different. It looks different. And on the top, this was supposed to be ash, right? Because the bottom, all right, so this is what happens when you hair color over two. Hi, Maggie. Hey, girl. Want to say hello? So this is what happens. You want to go back? Okay, I know you were looking back here. Okay. So this is what happens when you go over two-toned hair and you're not a professional, I guess, and you don't go significantly darker, because like at least when you go darker, you're going to cover it all up. Some of it might still come through, but it kind of all blends together. So obviously my hair was significantly darker on the top, and it looks kind of orange on the top. I don't know like what's going to happen. It will take a couple of days to oxidize, and obviously I'm going to dry it, but yeah, it looks orange on the top, and that's what I was trying to avoid, and I thought I would avoid it by using the cool tones, but I don't think it did. I just don't think that these box sets, home hair dyes, really have the ability to overcome it. And then on the bottom, there's a mirror here, that's what I'm looking at. The bottom is kind of ashy. All right, guys, let me go ahead and blow it out, and I'll show you the end results. I'm going to use my Maui Moisture Lightweight Hydration Hibiscus Detangler, but this is not a heat protectant, so I'm going to also use my Bondi Boost Heat Spray. Heat Protect Spray. I actually really like this stuff. And I'm going to blow it out with my hot, it's kind of disgusting because I didn't clean it out after I used it last time. I'm going to blow it out with my Hot Tools Professional brush. I was walking around Ulta yesterday. I actually had a really pleasant experience in Ulta yesterday. It was kind of, I just decided to go there on a whim. I actually bought some stuff. I've been lately losing my love for makeup. I'm going to shoot a video, another drugstore video, where I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. But I actually had a really nice time there. It was like really rainy yesterday. I don't think a lot of people went. So like right after work, I was like, I'm going to go over to Ulta. They had some of the holiday makeup out. They had, I guess, all the holiday makeup out. And I just walked around. I picked up some stuff. I didn't do like a haul or anything. It wasn't that kind of thing. But I did take a cruise around the hair supplies as I normally do. And for the Hot Tool brush, it's up to like $80-something, whereas the Revlon one is still in the 60s. I think it's 64, the original, and then they came out with like another, I guess, updated Revlon one. That one is a little bit more expensive. So I had the Revlon one for years until it conked down on me. But it's, I mean, honestly, I have nothing bad to say about the Revlon brush. I thought it was wonderful. I had it for years. It did eventually go, but all of these things eventually break. But I had it probably like a good 5-6 years. And then I actually got this one last year on Black Friday. I got it for like $30. So here's my thing. I have said it in the past, and I do think I like the Hot Tools one just a little better than I liked the Revlon one, but I don't think it's worth that much more. So if I couldn't get it on sale, I know like the holidays are coming up, and a lot of people are gonna buy like this kind of thing for people or gifts for themselves or whatever. I know that's when I got my Dyson Airwrap a couple years ago. It was like a Christmas present to myself. And then every year since, I said I'm going to get myself the Dyson hair dryer as a Christmas present to myself, and I just never did. And now I don't even know if I still think it's worth it. The Airwrap, yeah, I do think the Airwrap's worth it. But I know they came out with a new Airwrap. It goes like both ways. So if you have the old one, you sure don't need that one. They're expensive enough. I don't think you're gonna update your Airwrap unless you're like doing really well. But yeah, if you are interested in one of these brushes, I do stand by it. I think the Hot Tools is a little bit better than the Revlon, but not enough that it's $20 more. So I think you would be really happy with the Revlon one if you are looking for a brush like this. Just that I'd pointed out, since this is kind of a hair video. So let me go ahead and dry this. It will look a little different when it's dry. And I'm going to also look at it downstairs because the lighting up here is not as good. My hair is red on top though, bordering on orange. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so here is the end result. If the lighting looks different, it's because the sun has shifted. So now the curtain is shut. So, but anyway, the end product of the end results, rather, of this hair dye. All right, here's my thoughts. The good, the bad, and what did I think of it? Like, in general, am I happy with how it came out? And am I surprised? Okay, not really. I kind of, wait, let me back up. Am I surprised? Not really. This is kind of what I thought would happen. It's kind of even. It's pretty even. I didn't start with even hair, so that's not really, maybe a fair question as far as did it come out even. It's obviously a little darker on the top than it is on the bottom. That was to be expected because that's how it started out. And I knew it would be darker. I knew it wouldn't be blonde. I said that in the beginning. I predict this will be some shade of brown. Ultra Ash Medium Blonde would be some shade of brown, and I think it is. So that's okay. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really surprised. I'm not really surprised. This is kind of what I expected as far as the actual product. My hair does not feel at all dry. I think the conditioner was really, really nice. The blonde conditioner. I don't think it's a great blonde anti-brass conditioner. I can tell right away. I don't think it is, but I think it does make the hair feel soft. I think it's just kind of a regular conditioner. And the actual dye, it didn't drip. It was easy to use, so no complaints there. My one problem with this product is that this hair dye was geared towards making your hair ashy, cooler, non-gold, non-red. And I don't know how well it's coming across on the camera, but my hair on top especially is red. Brownish red. Like, I knew it was going to be a brown, but my goal was that it would go to the ash and not to the red. And it definitely is leaning red. It's definitely leaning red. I don't really think it looks all that different from where I started. It looks a little bit more even. I think it looks darker, and that's really it. I'll take a picture. I already did take a picture of the before, so I'm going to put that right here. But if I have to, I'm going to assume just by my, I know that it doesn't look that different, and it definitely doesn't look like this. Not even close, right? Not even close. And I would say that my hair was, at least on the bottom, medium blonde. And yeah, no way. Not even close. So that's the story of these box dyes, though, for the most part. I mean, that's always been my experience. Very, very rarely will you ever get the color on the box. Usually it just kind of evens it out and makes it a little darker, and that's kind of no matter what color you choose. It's just a matter of how dark it's going to be. And when you go a little blonder, I think they do tend to go red And here, my goal was to keep that from happening by purchasing the one that was geared towards ash blondes, but it really didn't make a difference. So I don't really think it's worth it to buy anything that's geared towards ash blondes. This was the Cool Blonde line. You could probably just buy, they're pretty much all the same. That's my opinion. They're pretty much all the same. This is what they do. I think that the L'Oreal Preference is a good brand if you're going into it kind of expecting just that it's just going to even it out and going to be a little darker. And if you do want something else done by the salon, but maybe you can't do it right away, I think these boxes, they're kind of good to like, they give you a little bit more time, right? Because I think my hair is definitely more even, and I could probably get away with this for another couple months before I have to do anything else. And if I did just want to keep it like a one color, what I would do if I didn't want to go back to being blonde is what I think I would do is go darker. Go with a dark blonde. I don't think I'd go any darker than dark blonde because dark blonde will be brown on me. It's got, because of my like skin tone, whatever, it's going to look brown on me. And I would just keep doing it that way. Since I do intend lighting my hair, making my hair lighter, I probably will end up back in the salon. But I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to let this oxidize. This is going to change, by the way. Your hair, no matter what, if you go to the salon or if you do a box at home, it's always going to look different the following week or a couple days later. It's never going to look exactly like it looked when you first did it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm not even going to take the picture now, the after picture for the thumbnail. I'm going to wait a few days and I'm going to take it because that's a better, that's a better example of what it's going to look like. Taking it right now, it's going to lift. It's going to lift and it's going to look a little bit different. It's not going to look a lot different, but it's going to look a little different. So I want it to be more accurate. So that's it, guys. That is the story. That's the story of the hair. Overall, it's okay. You know, it's all right. It's pretty much what I expected. It's just a little bit more gold than I thought it would be. But it's all right. Guys, do you guys do your own hair? Do you do the salon? Do you do both? What do you use? I would love to know. If you want to share it with me in the comments down below. And if you like the video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. We talk about it all in the attic. And if there's ever anything you want me to talk about, you can certainly let me know in the comments. And if I can, I absolutely will. And don't forget, you can follow me over on Kimmie Teresa on Instagram. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, and as always, remember to take good care of yourself so you can take care of someone else. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.